Uploading Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Ashi chapters 307 through 313. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, and the last time I covered this manga, basically we finished up the scrimmage, and Shiba was shooketh when AOI said to him, because remember, Shiba is on the verge of retirement, and AOI is like, dude, you're in your prime right now. Like, your days aren't numbered yet. So why are you saying this shit? He's like, what? Anyways, let's get to 307 first. See what is in store for us today. Here we go. I'm still in my prime? After the scrimmage, Shiba praises Ishido, but Ishido blurts out something surprising. Yeah, he does. What are you talking about? You're a bro who doesn't know anything. You can't just say whatever's on your mind willy-nilly like that. If that's flattery, you suck at it. There's no need to flatter someone who knows this much about soccer. You're amazing. I feel like the longer you stand on the pitch, the better you become. That's why I think you're still in your prime. Aww. Shiba-san, you could still become better. That's why please teach me how to become a player like yourself. Aww. Shiba-san, I wonder what Shiba-san's gonna do. These past 3 days were the best, but I know for me to play this high level of soccer daily, an unskilled guy like me, for me to succeed, I must walk down a narrow path where one wrong move means death. A narrow path. My entire time in youth has been one tightrope act after another. When I first came here, I couldn't do anything. I had to learn how to properly receive the ball. When I couldn't figure it out, I asked my roommate Tagashi to help me. Next came the triangle. Thanks to Kuroda and Asari, I finally understood the meaning behind the triangle. And then came the decision to convert me to a DF. I hated it at first, but I finally decided to give it my all and try becoming a DF. I learned how to scan the pitch properly by turning my neck constantly thanks to Kaido. This is why I fucking hate Asagi. AOI is such a better character, and he works his ass off, and Asagi's a piece of shit. Can't wait for him to get sobered up from that delusion. But doing all those things again and again, every day I had to decide on what aspect of my game I need to improve on. If I had made one wrong decision, I would never have survived. I would have never survived in youth. I would have been crushed and never become a pro. This path, oh god, this panel is fucking fierce. The path an unskilled guy like me had to take to reach here is so narrow and dangerous that it only takes one mistake to fall off. Isagi, are you hearing this? Because this is you. AOI is speaking for you right now. You should be listening to this man. By the skin of my teeth, I managed to come here. A spider's thread. So this time, I want you to teach me. Please help me become like you. Ah, I see. I thought I was the one teaching him, but in reality, those guys who surpassed my expectations, they were the ones teaching me. Oh, so we can do things like that. I never thought of that. Those guys taught me, opened my eyes to new soccer ideas, new ideas I never even thought of. That joy of learning something new has allowed me to continue playing soccer even though I'm now 40. It's all thanks to them. One more year. Just one more year. Next season, do whatever you have to do, but make sure you become strong enough to be regularly called up to participate in the senior team's practices. There's no time left. Do that before next season's training camp. Woo! Hey, I can't hear them clearly from over here. Didn't Shiba say he's staying for one more year? Are you sure? Can you repeat that one more time? For one more year? Observe what I do when I'm out there on the pitch. Don't dare lose hold of your spider's thread. Yes, sir. Spider? It's obvious that I'm going to observe what he's doing, considering I told him I wanted to learn from him. I got it. I got it. This is one huge scoop. He's playing for one more year. He just said on staying for one more year. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. I found an interesting kid that I like to mentor. Yeah. It's the cover for the new volume. I like that this is the cover for the new volume. I decided to stay one more year. I see. Darmion, I see Darmion. See it. I'm sorry I made up my mind at the last minute. I only added more things on your plate. Playing one more year after deciding to retire? Yeah. Sorry, but it looks like we're going to have our drinking plans on hold. It's fine. It's totally fine. Aww. Even at age 40, I'm still in my prime? I can't believe you actually said that. I know. All right, let's get to 308. Around the same time, Ishido and Yuma finished their 3-day stint with the senior team. Here we go, the Takama Donomiya U18 Premier Final. Yeah, let's go. They're doing their thing up in there. There's 11,417 people in total attendance. The battle of becoming Japan's #1 U18 team reaches its climax on the other hand. Ooh, the final at the 110th minute, it's still 0. Both of you, good work. As the youth team director, it was fun watching you practice these last 3 days. Looking closely, I could see both of you are pretty worn out. No, not at all. I've never been tired my entire life. AOI, what are your thoughts after practicing with the senior team? How did I do in these last 3 days, Coach Garula? Make sure you get called up for the start of training camp. I made a promise to Shiba-san. When's the next time I get called up? What about January's training camp? Same year. When's the next time we'll get called up? Shimura-san, pass it. Sorry. Woo, they're passing. Whoa. Oh, nice, Tomo. He managed to get the pass off. The ref played the advantage. Ooh, shit. We're in good shape. Keep attacking, Koba. Oh. Yoshitsune. Takasugi. Uh-oh. A through pass. Yoshitsune's got a clean look right in front of the goal. Finish it, Yoshitsune. If you score, we'll be #1 in Japan. I'm sorry, Miracle Boy. Calling you up for January's training camp is out of the question. I want you both to start next season with the youth team. Is that your final decision, Coach? What do I need to work on then? Please tell me. I'll work hard, so please let me join the training camp. Me too. Miracle Boy, there's no point calling you up if you're constantly dependent on Shiba's help. Same goes for you, Wild Boy. Wild? Now, both of you, don't be so hasty. Just one more year. We don't have much time. Do whatever you have to do to get regularly called up to participate in the senior team's practices. But once the J-League season starts, it's a different story. Kaze, the J-League kicks off in the last week of February, right? That's right, since we already qualified for the ACL. Our first match next season is our J-League opener. After the J-League opener? What does that mean? Does that mean you're planning on using us despite us not participating in the training camp? I'm a very cautious man. I don't believe in things that can't be explained rationally. However, the way you capitalized on your few chances in these 3 days, both of you magnificently surpassed my expectations. That is why I believe you two have that certain it factor. I'm sure you may have heard, but it was just announced that the winner of the Takama Donomiya Cup final would be invited to participate in an international tournament. Eh? Among the clubs that are going to participate is the club that I grew up in, the club that's widely regarded as the best when it comes to developing young talent. The name of that hallowed and famous club is Barcelona. Oh! If you are able to beat Barcelona's youth team in that tournament, I will admit that the youth team's development has surpassed even my wildest expectations. If that happens, I promise that I will call up those youth players who show that it factor. How does that sound? That is fucking fair. Yeah. Barcelona? What? Did he just say Barcelona? Yes, he definitely said Barcelona. If you defeat Barcelona in the upcoming international tournament, I promise that I will call up all the promising youth members to the senior team. International tournament? What's that? When you're saying Barcelona, you mean the Barcelona? What the heck is this guy talking about? asking about what I should do to get quickly called up again. So why are you talking about Barcelona? Even I know that what I'm saying may sound irrational and out of character for me. Let me start from the beginning. First, let's talk about Barcelona's youth academy. When the J League was finally formed in 1993, one of the first things that the JFA looked at when it came to developing young players was Barca Academy. Guillermo Amor, Guardiola Xavi, Iniesta, every single player I just mentioned, all of whom defined an era of Spanish football, grew up in Barcelona's La Masia. There we go. And then there's Messi. Even Barcelona's crown jewel, Messi. When he was 13, he and his family moved from Argentina to Spain just so he could play for Barcelona. There was even a stretch where, and also, Subasa played for Barcelona. There was even a stretch where the Spanish national team was littered with La Masia graduates. It came to the point where Spanish football was almost synonymous to Barcelona. It's a club that I was a part of since I was 14. Despite their overall success, the club did suffer through some tough times, but I believe their ability to get over them is what makes them a historic and powerful club. You definitely feel all that history and culture once you're there. Barcelona is truly the kings when it comes to youth development. Even in the future, they'll be the world standard in youth development. Even Esperion and your coach Fukuda look at Barcelona as the ideal model for success. Of course I know Barcelona. It's an amazing club, but you're talking way too fast. What do you mean we get to enter an international tournament if we win the Takamoto Nomiya Cup? This is the first time I'm hearing this. Why didn't anyone tell me this sooner? We already told you, dummy. Seriously, man, you gotta do something about that bad spacing out habit of yours. Didn't you see the guys getting all fired up about the final in the dorms last night? Looks like you were so focused on leaving results that you forgot everything else, AOI. Going up against Barcelona's youth team, international tournament, provided you win the Nomiya Cup, it hasn't even been decided whether we won or not. I promised to call up any promising youth players to the senior team. I'll be honest, I had low expectations when it came to youth development in the J League. When I first heard that J League teams were frantically copying what European teams did when it came to youth development, I thought they were idiots. There was no way that they could successfully implement it. I feel the same even now. However, the Japanese are straightforward and earnest to a fault. Even if they fail, they constantly learn from their mistakes and slowly get better and better. As football and the J League become more and more popular in Japan, the number of top quality youth teams grew. When I was appointed as Sperion's manager, I first thought it was another one of those publicity stunts of hiring a foreign-born coach, but I soon realized this is the year. Until this year, I severely underestimated the J Youth Academies. I was constantly berated by Fukuda for not playing promising youth players more often. But this year, Kobayashi emerged. The three who just got promoted, Yoshitsune, Shimura, and Yamada, those three will definitely contribute immediately next season. Plus the players who are the same age as Kobayashi. It's hard not to say that their talent is the most talented generation. Sorry, it's hard not to say that their year is the most talented generation Esperion has ever seen. And the last piece of the puzzle was your 3-day practice stint. You two were crucial in convincing Shiba to stay one more year. Retirement? Shiba-san was thinking about retiring. Dude, seriously. I promise that I will call up any promising youth players to the senior team. Make sure you tell them that there's a talented right back as well. Show that this year's first years are talented. Make sure you pave the road for me, got it? Not just us, but also them. Are you saying you're going to call up my teammates as well? Of course, I won't play them in official matches right away, but I am willing to call them up and see what they can do in practice. However, that's only if you all can beat Barca. Well, for this to actually happen, your teammates are going to have to win today. The Takuma Nomiya Cup final that's happening right now, I wonder if your friends can ultimately bring it home. If you score, we'll be #1 in Japan. Go, Yoshitsune-san! Yoshitsune! Go, Yamayan, Roger. What the fuck? I see. Yes, got it. They won. Yes, Your friends managed to win the Mononomiya Cup. Yay! They won. So now we're at 310. We won. You won. Seriously. They won. Look at them. I should read this. Hold on. While Ashido and Yuma were training with the senior team, their teammates battled again in Osaka in the Madonomiya Cup final. As they finished up their meeting with Gorilla, they received news that Asperian Youth won the Madonomiya Cup. Yes, they did. And they won. God, this art looks great. Yeah, that medal looks good. Yeah. Their long-awaited dream of becoming #1 in Japan. In this chapter's titled Post-Game Aftermath. Dude, that stadium looks beautiful. That was amazing. Everyone played so well. Congrats, guys. Things are going to be a lot chiller starting tomorrow. As of today, we're in the off-season. Since we don't have practice, this is the only time we could get an actual break. Hey, Ashido, what are you going to do starting tomorrow? AOI, make sure you go home sometime during the holidays. You'll need to create a passport, although you can still make one here in Tokyo. Kasi-san said all those nice things, but to be honest, I haven't really thought about it. Every day was an absolute grind. I can't believe the season's really over. If you manage to defeat Barcelona Youth, I promise that I will call up any promising youth players to the senior team. The only thing I can think about is that I wasn't able to turn pro in just 1 year. But it's nice to get some time off and rest. What about you, Yuma? Oh, me? I'll just fool around and get some runs in with the Sperion's futsal team. Yeah. Are you actually serious? What do you mean you want to play against Barcelona Youth? You, a person who just turned pro? Tell me your reasons why. Please, Kasi-san, can you persuade Coach Gorilla to let me play against Barcelona? I'm fine if I can't play in the other matches, but please just against Barcelona. That is the one team I really want to play against. Kobayashi-san, you already managed to secure your place as a starter in the senior team, so why insist on playing in a youth tournament? Even if I did try to convince Gorilla, he'll probably reject the request on the spot, calling it a complete waste of time. I know of your relationship with Barcelona Youth. I'm guessing it's about that forward, the one who's rumored to soon make his debut in Barca's senior team. Fated rival of Barcelona? Senior team? If your reason is solely based on playing against him, you'll have plenty of other opportunities. That's right, Kitty. The 2015? Yeah. International matches, you'll definitely face him at some point, right, Kitties? So if he's the reason I can't, there's a reason I want to fight him now. Not with our respective countries, but with our respective clubs. After that day, I plan on turning pro, so I want to know how my abilities stack up against his currently. Among the players in my age group, he's the only player that completely crushed me. Ooh! The current Barcelona is U18 number 10. If I remember correctly, his name is Damien. Damien Cant. Yeah! And Barcelona Youth, a terrifying monster awaits. Let's get to 311. Aspirian Youth are now #1 in Japan. The players celebrate their victory with an all-you-can-eat yakiniku. Yes. Oh, yes. Seriously? You gotta pull yourself together, please. How long are you gonna keep bawling your eyes out, Baba? Dude, how much water do you have to drink to be able to bawl like that? All right, I grilled this perfectly first years. Do you want some? No, we're all good over here. Besides, the third years are the guests of honor today. We already said this, but congratulations. Oh, thank you guys. It means so much. You think we'll be able to cook it with his head? Everybody, listen up. The Madonomiya Cup final was the last game of the season. We defeated our main rivals, Gan and Osaka, and became #1 in Japan. With today's victory, Aspirian Youth finished the season winning 2 of the 3 J-Youth titles. Yeah. As of today, the third years will retire, but they did one hell of a job. Cheers! No, not yet. To celebrate the end of a long and successful season, our main sponsor, Kaido Electrica, has graciously prepared this feast for us. After I finished my story, I ran all the way here. Thank you, main sponsor. Sorry guys, sorry we're late. After a long 30 days. Welcome back, Ashido and Yuma. Yeah. Ashido, what took you guys so long? The party's already started. The party's already in full swing. Right now everyone's taking pictures with the third years. Kind of feels like graduation. Meet. Congrats on winning the final. That's seriously awesome. It was mostly thanks to the third years. How did it go for you two? Change your way of thinking. Calling you up for January's training camp is out of the question. I want you both to start next season with the youth team. If you are able to beat Barcelona, I promise that I will call up all promising youth players to the senior team. A lot happened. I don't know where to begin. I see, AY-kun. We're out of meat. Hurry, order some more. Yamada-san, Kobayakawa-san, what's up? If it's all right with you two, can we take a picture with just us fullbacks? Aww. Yay. If the fullbacks are going to take a group photo, then us forwards got to take one as well. Yoshitsune-san! Okay, all forwards and all those who think they're forwards except... Oh, Takatsuki! Yeah. Tagashi, why don't you join them? We don't know if Coach Fukuda is going to use you as a forward or defender next season. Okay, smile, everyone. Aww. I want to take one with just the cornerbacks, but Akutsu's not here. Jeez, that guy. I can't believe he ducked out of another team party. It's fine. Let him rest. Yeah, he managed to fulfill our promise with Tyra. We don't have practice starting tomorrow. Let him relax on his own for a bit. The season is finally over. It's over. Get some rest, AOI. Why don't you go back to Ehime during the holidays? Get some rest. How do I get some rest? Looks like I won't be able to fully rest until I know what my next goals are going to be. Barcelona, yes. The reason I decided to take up soccer was because of Spain. That is, of course, if you can beat Barcelona. The one player in my age group that completely crushed me. I want to fight him. The current Barcelona is U18, number 10. If I remember correctly, his name is Damien Kant. For Kurabayashi-san to say that Barcelona youth, Esperion youth is the best youth team in Japan, but how does it stack up against other youth teams overseas? Are you going to eat that? I bet their youth team is different from ours. God, this is really bringing me back to Captain Tsubasa. I really don't know anything. I mean, I know Barcelona's a famous club, but if I don't know anything about their youth system, now that I've gotten more downtime, maybe I should ask someone, especially someone who spent a lot of time living in Spain. Let's see. Coach Fukuda, you're leaving already? If I stay, you guys won't be able to fully relax. Today is all about you guys, so have fun. All of you, nice job today. Aww. Hey, why don't we take a group photo? Get over here. Aww. Alright, just one more. Fukuda Ochan. I can't believe it's already been a year since I had you come here from Ehime. You did really well this year, Shido. Why don't we take a little walk? Ooh, let's get to the talk. It's the night after Esperion Youth becomes number 1 in Japan. The feast continues after Shido leaves the restaurant. The restaurant staff prepared a flag for us. Make sure to sign it before you leave. Whoa, everyone sign it. Moron, don't sign there. Sorry, you can't stand out more than the third years. Even if you say that, apparently they're going to hang it up in the restaurant. Right, Keys? Aww. Starting tomorrow, I wonder what I should do. After joining Esperion, we devoted all our efforts to the team for the entire year and ended our season in the best way possible. We're supposed to take a break until the new season starts next year, but I can't think of anything to do. The international tournament will be and isn't until late February either, so it's tough. What to do until then? Ryu-chan. Oh, Tay, thanks for waiting for me at the karaoke place. Well, see you guys. I'm heading home. Season's finally over. Now it's time to fool around with girls. Yeah! Before another long season starts, gotta loosen up and recharge. Even you guys who only think about football should take the opportunity and party a bit. See ya! Thanks a bunch! Takashima never changes. Oh, That does it! You've really done it this time, Takashima! You asked him for a fight, Takashima! I'm gonna kick your ass, Takashima! Oh, name the time and place and I'll be there, Takashima! Takashima sure says some meaningless crap. Hey, sorry, for the most part I agree with your opinion, however, listen here. You and I see this from different perspectives. You're usually getting swarmed by women and can casually reject them, so it's easy for you to say that. Pisses me off. You're being a pain. I get it, Takashima. I get it, Takashima. I understand you more than anyone. But then why will no one confess their love to me? As long as they're cute, pretty much anyone would be fine, even though I love girls more than anyone else. Otto is crying. Hey, you're still crying about the third year's leaving? It's about time to leave. Tomo's a really great dude. Yep, he's a really great dude. Hey, you guys see Ashido? He rushed out of the building without even eating much meat. Really? I'm gonna chase him down. What happened to your hands? What happened to your hands, Ojo? What? Your hands. Your fingertips are red. I'm just sensitive to the cold. Don't worry about it. That's so. Later then. Takashi, you seem unusually worn out. This ship needs to happen. You're imagining things, idiot. I'm definitely not worn out. Away from the noisy celebration. This chapter is titled at Ikebukuro Bridge. Stop with the totally lifeless face, Ashido. Well, it's understandable. This year a lot happened. I brought you all the way from Hime. You sat on the bench, struggled and struggled. It grew like your life depended on it. We're called up to practice with the senior team, and on your final day delayed the retirement of an Asperian legend. Normally you would call a year like this excessive, wouldn't you? To add to that, you think you were able to change Shiba's mind about retirement. You really are something special. Not having Shiba around next year would have greatly affected your future. Ordinary pro athletes strive to protect their own careers above all else. That guy puts the club above himself. The presence of a player like that, you'll be able to reach even greater heights next year. I don't know about next year. But this year I wasn't able to go pro. That's all there is to it. That mindset of yours, with that kind of motivation, you probably would have done well in Spain. God, I can't help but think of Tsubasa. Speaking of which, Spain, I want to ask about this conversation about Spain. Ah, yes, that's right. Did Garula really say something like that? That you'd have to beat Barca? He did. He definitely said it. Really, that Garula did, even though he doesn't take JU seriously. Well, since his career started in Barca Youth, it's no wonder he thinks that way. What kind of team are they? Barcelona Youth. I didn't really understand everything you said, but basically all of the J-League academies are modeled after European ones? Yep, Barcelona is a pretty big influence in that regard. But if they try to emulate Europe, then why does Garula not take JU seriously? Is Japan making a mistake somewhere? It's not exactly a mistake. Rather, it's impossible to imitate Barcelona or any of the top European academies. It's simply impossible for Japan. What's the biggest difference? Not just in youth, but also in high school football. A player is guaranteed to spend 3 years on their team in Japan. Right? Well, yeah. That's because football is tied to education. 3 years of high school, if you include junior youth players, are carefully nurtured for up to 6 years. Even if someone isn't up to par right now, they're protected and nurtured with the belief that their talent will bloom someday, right? However, over there, they'd be cut immediately. The club basically forces you to quit. They tell you to not even bother showing up tomorrow. 15, 16, it doesn't matter. Even middle schoolers, even dealing with 12-year-olds, if they're not good enough, they're cut as a matter of course. Cut? Even at junior youth? Even up-and-coming talent is considered to be disposable. Over there, you might think, what a horrible country. But if you look at this point of view, for pros, it's only natural that if you can't prove your ability, you can't make a living. I agree with this. Spain drills this rule into you from a young age. Starting as a kid, you're treated as a soccer player and as an adult. Damn, Spain is hardcore. When you play against Barcelona Youth, 11 players who have excelled in that environment will be standing on the pitch. That's why hearing you fret about not being able to become a pro in a year made me think that you would have done all right in Spain. So that's the kind of club it is. I don't think you would have done all right in Spain. Nah, if he couldn't make the deadline, ooh, bitch, he would have been cut. There's a lot I could tell you about Spain. Also, starting in April, Hannah will be studying abroad in Barcelona. If you want to know more about what everyday life is like in Spain, make sure to keep in touch with her. What? Hannah's going to Spain. What? Unite as one with the World Cup around the corner. Support a color opening page. So the Japanese national team is going to FIFA? They're going to the World Cup? Well, I thought Roboco was also making Captain Tsubasa references because with Rising Sun. So I still think that. But yeah, and chapter 313 is titled Clueless. Read a special World Cup article on the next page. Oh, there's a World Cup article, too. Hannah is studying abroad while Shido struggles to process this piece of information. Fukuda continues to talk about Spain. It's a country where even youth players will get cut. Starting as a kid, you'll be treated as a soccer player and as an adult. That's not all. There's other reasons why Japan can't replicate the training methods of top European academies. There's a more fundamental issue. It has to do with the culture, a problem unrelated to soccer. School activities is something unique to Japan. School club soccer doesn't exist in Europe. As a result, Spanish soccer is composed of hundreds or thousands of small local clubs. You see, local clubs are everywhere. For the most part, mentors at these clubs have regular jobs besides soccer that they have to attend to. Hey, it's Fukuda, the star of our city, Sabadell. It would be great if you scored another goal next week. Here's some coffee beans from our shop. Please take it. It's Sabadell supporter Jan. You're already done with work. It's only 5 o'clock. What are you saying? Work until 5 is plenty. From now on, I'm a junior soccer club coach. The guys at my company told me to just get going. I'll raise the best youth players for you. So please stay with us until Sabadell reaches the top level. Wait up, Jan. Don't just leave without your goalkeeper coach. Oh, it's Fukuda. The hero that hails from Japan. Thanks to you, we're keeping our position in the league. Fukuda, I'm about to take my little one to his soccer club. Could you give him some words of encouragement? Aww. I need to leave work early to coach my soccer club. There's no way you can say that in Japan. The culture surrounding sports and the culture surrounding sports, its widespread acceptance, the attitude towards work as well, a fundamentally different lifestyle. It really is. That's just the thing. I mean, for fuck's sake, there was a war started in Central America over fucking soccer. I mean, what do you want? The attitude towards work as well, a fundamentally different lifestyle. Its national characteristics, the very shape of society is different. That's why Spain and Europe study abroad? What? Yeah, study abroad in Spain? What? You didn't know that? Anne didn't tell you? It's a foreign language exchange program. Next year in April in Barcelona. She recently decided that she wanted to go right away. And Shido's like, what? But you see, studying abroad is just a means to an end. The team doctor from my time at Sabadell is a professor at University of Barcelona, so Hannah will be staying with him. If possible, she wants to go and study medicine at the University of Barcelona or an English-speaking medical school. If things go well, she won't return to Japan. I didn't hear about this. Well, in the first place, she's only a first year in high school. I have no room to talk when I'm already aiming to be a pro myself, but really studying to be a doctor is... Couldn't she just do that in Japan if Spanish is already good? However you look at it, going abroad all of a sudden is what? She stays in Japan. She'll primarily interact with Japanese patients. Instead of that, she wants to become a surgeon who's able to treat athletes across the world. It's not just soccer either. Europe has a high concentration of top-class sports along with many countries and people. To understand what an athlete is really feeling, it's necessary to be able to grasp the tiniest nuance in words. The level of fluency that is required is on a different level from everyday conversation. That's why it's exceptionally useful to study there as soon as possible. I want to become a world-class sports doctor that could treat athletes without relying on an interpreter. Ever since 10 years ago, I let my 6-year-old sister carry that dream with her. What was I saying about about Barcelona youth? Sorry, Ochan. Let's talk about it next time. Why you tell me it's so good, Hannah? Aren't we friends? Super close friends? Why is something so important? I think you're more than close friends. If we both have dreams, we should help each other and support each other. No. At that time, and even now, she was chasing such a grand dream, I never knew. Shido! Your meal plan, I finished it. She did that for me while being so busy with studying. She also knows pretty much everything about both me and my mom. However, her plan to go to Spain in her dreams were a complete mystery to me. I didn't know anything. If only I knew. I couldn't support her. I didn't do anything. It was totally one-sided. She only supported me. Is it fine for me to ask even though it's so late? I just remembered. At the end of the year, Hannah and I will be going to Ehime. Since she hadn't had the chance to visit my dad's grave, she wanted to go herself before leaving for Spain. If you go home to Ehime, maybe you can see Hannah. Anyways, good work. Have a nice break. Dude! Oh my god, that was so fucking hilarious. He's like flipping the fuck out about everything with Spain. And then, and all this shit with Hannah. And then Fukuda's like, well, I'm going to be going to my dad's grave over the break at Ehime, so maybe you'll see Hannah there. Anyways, it's break! But dude, the ship is happening. We got 2 ships happening up in here as well. But dude, this chapter was fucking hilarious. Dude, we got 2 hilarious chapters that we just covered back to back. Especially, the first one being called The Night and Now Aoashi. Dude, I love this manga. But I have to point this out, and I talk about it a lot in my Blue Lock Live reactions. This is what I wish Asagi was being like. A little bit more like Ashido. And I get frustrated with Asagi for that reason, because it's like, Asagi, you don't deserve shit. I look at Ashido, who's busting his ass, who's like been through the struggle, who's dealt with this fuckery. And, and this is why I say, Asagi should be a fullback more than a fucking striker. Because fullbacks can, go back and play offense and defense. And they can scan the field. And that suits Asagi a lot more, at least in my opinion. And then we see the fuckery happening with Asagi. I'm just like, you have not earned shit. You shouldn't be getting this. Just saying. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think. This show is so funny. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Aoashi content. A few ways you can do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, we will be seeing you later. Bye.